Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Silent Bullet, but you can call me Bullet or Caleb. I'd prefer Caleb considering it's my given name that my parents gave me, but anywho, we're playing a video game involving creatures that you can capture in ball form. Yes. So, yeah, it's a dual play of Pokémon Black and White, because I'll be playing for both games, switching through whenever needed. Although, until after the first gym, until I get to a certain place, I'll be just playing White for the solo run, whereas Black will contain the 6 Pokemon run, which will possibly contain Pokemon that you ask me to use if you're so sure and giving that you want to choose animals for me. But anyway, we have Sharon and Bianca. They're 2 very gentle, kind, loving people who will battle you in any given chance that they have. But this was the intro of Black and White, and right now we're gonna go into the world of Pokemon. Keep in mind this is on a no cache GBA, which is why the pixels and other mechanics of this video look slightly weird, because I don't have the most up-to-date computer out there, considering it's like pretty much 4 years old. But anyway, the intro, they waste no time getting it out, and you start off with a package. Yes, I say package. A package from the professor, giving you the chance to start off your adventure. Yes, adventure. An adventure with your buddies to capture other animals, particularly Pokemon, and see what goes on at the same particular entrance. Yeah, intro, yeah. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go through the rules. You can just sit back and relax. The rules for a solo run are you're only allowed to use 1 Pokemon. HM slaves can be allowed. You can have as many as you want. No revives. I'm not too keen on using X items, so I won't be using those. The Pokemon I am using, on the other hand, has been obtained by using a cheat code, because you can't actually obtain it in the route that I'll be catching it in. And that's pretty much. Oh, and it will be unevolved as well, because it just adds challenge, and I enjoy challenges. Yes. Also, if anything seems rushed or confusing, it's because I haven't done this in a long time, and it was kind of impulsive considering I've now finished school, and I had nothing else to do, considering it's kind of hard to find jobs at this moment in time. So I thought, hey, let's go back on YouTube and see how I do. The editing isn't the greatest, considering I need to get back into the umph of things. I just used umph in a sentence as well. That's kind of interesting. Possible? I'm not entirely sure. that'll probably be one of the best things I can do, just as you saw. At editing, that's probably the best I can do, Sony Vegas included. I'm still getting to grips with everything, considering it, well, probably won't run as good and as smooth on YouTube and on my computer as it has previously done when I first had my computer. But anyway, speaking through all that was the battle against Bianca. I edited it out, considering I don't have over 15 minutes of gameplay to show you, because YouTube's time limit and whatnot. But after battling Bianca, who had a Tipig, because I chose Snivy. Snivy. And basically, no, I got those mixed up. She had Oshawott. Sharon has the Tipig. I don't get Nintendo in their crazy ways. But yeah, considering it's in the intro, Tipig doesn't actually have any good moves at this moment in time besides tackle. Like, everything has at the beginning of the game. But editing now, so enjoy that. Yeah, that was great. Editing and everything, perfect. But Tipig goes down without really much trouble, and we gain a level. Although that won't really help, because I'm not really using Snivy. He's just here to become a slave eventually, after I catch my runner, who will be running against several types of animals and creatures. But yeah. So after battling our two comrades, we're going to go downstairs and visit our mother, who we're now going to explain to what happened. And you know, this mother of ours isn't too caring, is what I'd like to say is a fun, loving, caring person who looked after us from childbirth. Because she's just pretty dandy to get rid of us, as you know, to go on our adventure. Whereas in past games, well, the two first past games, she's kind of scared of us leaving on our own. But she'll heal us up, and she'll say she'll say that she'll clean my room, and she'll give us the X transceiver, which pretty useless piece of kit, considering you only really use it for the main game, and you don't actually get to use it. It just randomly pops up on the screen sometimes. But yeah, that's pretty sweet technology there, with Pidove flying off into the distance. A little switch between the bottom screen, so I can switch the text style to fast. I don't change anything else yet, but I'll change it off screen, so no need to worry about that. You basically saw Bianca go down here, and we're now going to enter her house to see what went on. To find out her father, who seems to be the most caring person, and how most people would react to their 10-year-old children saying that they are going to leave home on a quest with different types of creatures that exist in a parallel world. So yeah, she just carries on. She doesn't give a hoot about her family. But we're gonna carry on up to the lab. Doesn't necessarily. I can say this word. I can't pronounce the word. But this is Professor Juniper. She's going to ask us if we want to nickname our Pokemon. But I click yes by accident, but I don't actually nickname Snivy. Maybe later, if anyone really wants me to change the name of a Pokemon. But she basically tells us the main plot point of the game, that she wants us to travel around Unova, and see Pokemon for the Pokedex, and challenge the Pokemon League to become trainers and masters of animals, and now she's pretty much showing us how to capture Pokemon, like everyone else does, like every other professor has in the past, except for Birch and Oak, and Rowan. God, that's pretty weird. Anyway, town map, another piece of kit I won't use, but nevertheless, my mother, as charming as she is, needless to say, isn't technically the best person in the world. But nevertheless, we're gonna carry on with this journey, and we're gonna go meet our friends over at Route 1 to witness our first ever capture of a Pokemon. But beforehand, Bianca wants us all of us to step into the route at the same time, oddly, because that's just how she is. That's how she was brought up. How she acts when she's getting told not to go off on an adventure. But odd thing I never noted, a little trivia. Professor Juniper is actually the only female, unless you count Ivy from the anime, but Professor Juniper is the only actual Pokemon that shows up as a professor in-game. But right now we have a Pokemon. I'm not gonna try and pronounce the name because I'm not technically supposed to say this, but I haven't really played through the English version of the game, so this also counts as my playthrough of the English game. I remember when the Japanese version came out and I kinda downloaded that. You know, hush hush. But I got that, I played through, I enjoyed it, but I never really went and got the English game. I do now, but I haven't really played it. So this kind of counts as that. But that was Professor Juniper showing us the battle and saying that we should paralyze it. But you already know that unless this class is your first game, which is kind of odd. But you know, I can see that happening for some people if they've never played a Pokemon game before. Although I kind of feel sorry for you and kind of should say that you should go back and play them from the beginning, and you'll enjoy it a lot more from then on. But that's pretty much it. They'll say a competition. If you play the game, you know what it is. But anyway, here is our solo runner, a Roggenrola, which the battle gets edited out because it decides to spam Harden at me. And considering it's full-on rock type, that doesn't really go in my favor. So I was here for a good 2 solid minutes. So I'll see you after the editing is done. Yeah, that's my editing style. But Pokeball, and we're gonna catch this son of a... Yeah, we're gonna catch it. Boom! I've got a Roggenrola, which I decided to give the physical dynamical random words I'm making up on the spot, but we're gonna give this Roggenrola a nickname known as Reggie. Our good old solo runner now is gonna be called Reggie because I felt like it. Reggie, kinda like rock, kinda not like rock. It sounds alright. I like it. But, anyway guys, thanks for watching this episode. I'm just gonna show you Reggie's stats. Animate nature, which I'm not entirely sure if that's a good nature at all, because I don't really care for the metagame. But, you guys be the judge of that. And I'll see you guys next time for when we continue on this journey in hopes of becoming a master of some kind of sort.